we're having a little deja vu. I think we did this a couple of years ago at the Bannister house. This is a radiant barrier.
It certainly is. It's TechShield. It's the radiant barrier that we've already laminated onto the OSB roof sheathing that saves time in the construction process while also providing the radiant barrier benefits to the homeowners.
This summer, radiant barriers are a very, for lack of a better term, hot topic. And one of the biggest things on people's minds is how effective is the radiant barrier. TechShield, this particular product, is not for retrofit. This is for new homes, correct?
That is correct. The TechShield product is designed specifically for new home construction.
And the effectiveness of this particular product?
Well, it blocks out 97% of the UV radiation entering into the attic space, so it's very effective.
Now, one of the things that we're doing with the TechShield product in our houses, because we're spraying the foam on the bottom of our roof deck, we can't use this in our houses except in certain areas, correct?
That's correct, because anytime a solid touches the radiant barrier surface, it acts as a transmission of the heat into the adjoining room or areas. So you need to have an airflow or air pocket over the radiant barrier to be effective.
So the areas that we're using this in would be like the garage, the porches, anywhere where you're going to get that radiant heat which is going to transfer through where we don't have the insulation.
That's correct. That's correct.
Now, a couple of myths that are out there. Most people wonder why, with a radiant barrier, especially with this particular product, you would think that it would face up instead of facing down towards the house side of the attic.
Well, that is a misnomer because a radiant barrier is not reflective of the light. And most people perceive light with heat, and those two are not necessarily connected. What we're trying to block is actually the ultraviolet light that's non-visible, but is what carries the heat into the attic spaces. So that's why you need the radiant barrier facing inwards. Plus, it's a real slick surface for a roofer to stand on. And it needs an airflow. So if you put the felt and the shingles on top of the radiant barrier, you're of course negating the usage and the effectiveness of the radiant barrier. Therefore, you put on the attic roofs, rafters, attic has the airflow over it, the radiant barrier performs as advertised.
Does a radiant barrier increase the heat on my shingles? Does it mess it with my roof?
The short answer is yes, 3 degrees. It's not a lot. I mean, you know, we're staying here today, and it's going to be about 105 this afternoon. On a roof next door, it'll probably be 120. Your shingles don't know the difference between 120 and 123. It's hot already. But all the shingle manufacturers have assured us that radiant barriers do not affect their warranties, so the shingles are fine.